Hello, my name is Jens. I'm a managing director at TechStars. TechStars is one of the world's largest accelerators. We currently operate out of 14 offices. 7 of those are city programs, as we call them, sort of in New York, Boston, Chicago, Boulder, Austin, and London. We invest in each batch that we invest in 10 companies, $120,000 each. I think by now we've invested in over 400 founders, over 400 companies. We've got a network of over 3,000 mentors, investors, alumni who help us, connect us with all the big VC firms who are out there. And one of the most successful companies that have come out of TechStars are companies like SendGrid, DigitalOcean, Localytics, each of which employ hundreds of people and are now worth quite a lot of money. I think in aggregate our companies have raised around $1 billion and plow thousands of members of staff. What I would like to talk about is, people ask me, why should I go into an accelerator? Why should I talk to TechStars? What can you guys do for me? And in my mind, any high quality accelerator does 3 things. Number 1, that accelerator should embed you in an extremely high quality network of mentors, founders, investors. So we've got 3,000 of them. When people come to my program, I sit them personally down with over 100 individuals where they have one-on-one conversations, and that sort of initiates this integration process in our network. The second thing is that we have got a database where everybody that we've ever done business with is in, and all of our investee companies can directly reach out to anybody, or they can ask me or any of the other managing directors who are running our programs for introductions, and that's one of the primary drivers of value that we offer to companies. And the second thing, if you think it through, as a founder, the primary challenge that you have is you have a vision as to where you would like to be in a year's time. And what does that mean for 6 months' time? What does that mean for in 3 months' time? And what does that actually mean for me? What do I have to do next week? Right? So what do I have to execute on next week in order to be successful? How do I prioritize my time? Where do I focus? How do I spend my money? What team do I assemble? On those kind of questions. So what we do at TechStars is we focus very, very heavily on working back from long-term goals to short-term activity, and then say, okay, next week, you told us you want to try to hit those and those numbers, and we track that every week. We sit down with our entrepreneurs every week and say, what have you achieved in that week? If you haven't hit your numbers, what can we do to make your problems go away? And at the end of the 3 months program, we have a demo day in London. We'll take a cinema, fill it with 500 people. 250 to 300 of those will be active investors. The companies pitch, and then a very high proportion of them go on to raise capital as a consequence of that. So our typical funding rates are 80% or so. The average amount of funding raised by our companies is around $2 million. As I said, in total they've raised about $1 billion or so. Yeah. I think the one thing that distinguishes TechStars from other accelerators, and also one of the reasons why I joined it earlier this year, is the set of values that TechStars have. TechStars staff have. So it's all about putting entrepreneurs first. It's about giving, not squeezing value out of people. We have an approach where we say network over hierarchy. What does that mean? We don't really accept that there are people who are up here and people who are down there. We try to flatten the playing field. Everybody is equal. We try to help people reach through that network to other people. And the final component of that is that we focus on quality over quantity. So in every batch that we invest in of 10 companies, we only take 10 companies. We don't do 50, we don't do 100. It's not what we do. What that means from a managing director perspective is that the 10 companies that I invest in every year, I really try to focus on those companies, work with them and help them, and try to do whatever I can to help those guys and make them successful. In Europe, we operate 2 programs, one in London that can invest in anything that the managing director there likes. We also have a corporate program that we drive, that is the Barclays program, that just invests in financial technology companies. It's based out of London, run by Greg Rogers. That's recently kicked off. So overall, vast network, 15 programs. Our companies consistently raise money. Multi-billion-dollar companies have been built, not by us, but the entrepreneurs who invested in. If you're interested in talking to us, I'm over there. Thank you.